If someone said, you know, you can go back in time and write with the guy that wrote, you know, How Sweet It Is for Marvin Gaye and
Where Did Our Love Go, The Temptations.
Temptations, Reach Out, I'll Be There, Four Tops, and on and on and on. I would have just been like, I can't imagine that happening. That would be like this magical, crazy thing that happened, and it's somehow, through a series of random meetings and fortuitous incidents, we're here.
Songwriter, producer, artist. Oh, he's got Grammys and Brits and Ivor Novello Awards. He's got Golden Globes. He's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Tonight, please welcome Lamont Dozier.
Well, he's an unsung hero. I mean, he's really the architect behind this music that everyone loves. These ubiquitous songs that are sort of in the fabric of pop music. They've defined people's lives. They're almost the soundtrack of people's lives. So I want people to know who he is, because he deserves to be sort of championed and recognized and heralded as a very talented genius that he is. I grew up in a household that, you know, we listened to everything from classical to jazz to Motown, and my mom is actually from the United States. Born in the 50s, so I mean, that was the soundtrack of her life. I heard it all growing up, and I didn't even know what I was listening to. I just knew I loved it, loved the songs. You could sing along, you wanted to dance. So I don't even remember when I heard them for the first time.
You might have been in the womb.
I was probably in the womb, and I mean, it was a sort of embryonic thing, and I just feel like I've grown up with these songs, and it wasn't until later when I became a songwriter and a producer, till that's when I kind of started to be interested in, oh, who actually wrote this?
Sugar pie, honey bunch, you know that I love you. I can't help myself, 'cause I love you and nobody else.
When I was a kid, my dad would go on sabbaticals in different places. He's a university professor, and I remember him coming back from Detroit with a stack of vinyl and basically wore the needle out on the record player. And I just loved it. I just loved it right away. I love the harmony, the melody, and just the beats. I've always really fed off of bass lines and drum beats. I'll often start a song and put on a bit of a drum beat to get the inspiration going. And that type of music just has all of that and more.
The Motor City, that's the place I'm singing of.
You know, I started out in Winnipeg in a bar in a Motown cover band playing 5 nights a week. That was one of the first real gigs I had. And we would throw in other songs and stuff, but it was the Motown stuff that there was no disconnect between singing that music and connecting with the audience. It's like you can almost shut part of your brain off and you're just feeding that music through your soul.
Well, I was a fan because he was in a big band. Like, he was in a band called McMaster and James, and they were kind of a big deal, you know. They were signed to Sony, they had gold records, tours, so I mean, I looked up to him and I was sort of nervous, but then we kind of became fast friends, and you know, we had a lot in common musically and otherwise. We have a very similar sort of stupid sense of humor. We like making dumb jokes, and so we got along from the beginning. Yes! Yes!
He's a classically trained pianist. He's a great guitar player. He's also a great singer, arranger, producer. He's really versatile.
The first could be not quite so staccato. It could be like.
We thought that this would be a really perfect setting for Icons of Soul because it does feel like we're going back in time. Like, what if you had the chance to sit down with Marvin Gaye or Smokey Robinson and talk to them, write a song with them? And we have that opportunity, and this just all feels perfect.